Alright, what's going on everyone? Zeta here. Welcome back to another video. Today we have an official announcement, an official patches coming to For Honor, and it is coming today, I believe. So I'm just going to make a little video on it talking about what's coming. Before I get into it though, guys, if you are new around here, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So these past few days, I've been speculating a lot of new things that could be coming to the game, a lot of quality of life ideas and stuff. But now Ubisoft have announced an official release, like patch notes that are coming out, and there's actually quite a lot of stuff coming, all things considered. Like, I know it's mainly just quality of life stuff, but for the most part, it's gonna help the game a lot. So the first thing I want to talk about is the update that is coming to the switching targets, the target switching update that's coming out today. Basically, they're improving the way you can switch targets, because there's been so many times where I've been locked onto the wrong target and I cannot lock onto the one player that has low health and he's just like jumping away, rolling away, and I'm trying to lock onto him and I'm stuck locked on to the people who I don't want to like fight yet. So this is a well overdue update that is coming to For Honor. That's the first thing. Alright guys, so the second thing that they announced is they are officially dropping the buffs for Nobushi and Peacekeeper. These buffs are going to be the way that these two heroes are forever going forward, and they possibly won't, well, they are probably just going to keep them the way they are. However, they have said that Warden and Shigoki are still being worked on, so we will not be getting those buffs, unfortunately. So for Nobushi, I've got to admit, guys, there's not much of a difference with her. All of the changes that were in the first testing ground, if you have played her. If not, I've done a video on her. I'll leave a link to it if you want to see some of the changes with Nobushi. But yeah, they've kept all the changes, but the biggest complaint, what people were talking about with Nobushi, is that the kick was too reactable. So basically, the people could just stand there and dodge the kick the moment they see like orange or hear the sound, like the unblockable sound. So what they've decided to do is make the kick just a little bit faster, I believe, and like make it less reactable, which is going to be quite a pain to deal with, I'm not going to lie, but I guess it's a change that's needed. So the biggest change with Peacekeeper is, first and foremost, they are lowering the damage on her attacks, because people were complaining that the damage was just a little bit too high with her, which, yeah, I guess is I kind of understand, considering she's going to be, you know, a fast hero, but with unblockables and, you know, bleed and, you know, damage that stacks, so I understand that. The other thing was that the soft feint into bleed was meant to be like a pressure tool to help you continue pressure on people. The issue was with it though is it was a little bit too slow and a little bit like frame disadvantage compared to other heroes, so it wasn't a very reliable tool. So I believe that they are making it so where it does have a frame advantage now, which is really cool. Another thing I want to touch upon on Peacekeeper is that she's definitely going to be going up in the rankings now in terms of she's going to be definitely going from a solid C tier to a solid, I'd say at least a B tier to maybe even an A tier. She is going to be a very reliable hero when these changes drop. It's nice to see that they're giving some of the assassins love, to be honest. Like, that's the only class that I cannot really get along with. I can play heavies, they're quite easy. I can play vanguards, but assassins, I just can't seem to get along with them. I think it's the reflex guard that I have the issue with. It's just nice to see that they're giving some heroes that are almost never picked some love and giving them a higher spot in the tier list, so that's really nice. On the topic of Peacekeeper, another thing, if she pulls off a deflect, it is now a heavy punish and not a light punish, which is kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to improve damage or not, but it's definitely going to do something better, because I just don't, yeah. I never understood why they made deflects so like rubbish at one point, where like there was literally a time where Shinobi's deflect did like 3 damage if you pulled it off. And with my personal experience, there's been times when I've played Shinobi, deflected someone, did the kick and thrown a heavy, and then been parried and punished for it. So just nice that they're giving a little bit more punish for deflects. So with Warden, I believe they are just lowering the damage on his finishes, more or less. Like, there's not much else they're doing with him. They might make the shoulder bash more liable, because from my personal experience, I believe you can get lighted out of the shoulder bash, but that's just something that I had to struggle with it when I played the character. As for Shigoki, they are still contemplating whether to take the hyper armor off of his hug or let him keep it. Personally, my personal thing, what I think they should do is they should delay the hyper armor. It should pop in the last millisecond or something. It shouldn't be to the point where it is now, but maybe half the window where you can set off hyper armor. So yeah, make it so where if he's committed to it, then it's hyper armor sort of thing. I mean, it is quite a powerful move though. It's a move that heals you, does damage, and gives you all your stamina back. So yeah, it should be a high risk, high reward, but at the same time, they don't want to make it too risky because then no one can ever use it. So yeah. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about speculation of what I think might be coming. So if you guys were just here for the, obviously updates, and yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. I believe that they are adding a load of other little things into the game that well, obviously they don't tell us everything when they're adding the update. They just tell us the briefing of it. So I believe that they're going to give some more maps tiny reworks. So there's gonna be some small reworks on maps where there's where there once was a ledge but now there is no ledge there, because ledging is really frustrating in For Honor right now, especially when you have a warlord that just unlocks, runs around in circles and then pushes you off. Personally, I think they should just take away all forms of unblockable attacks that can ledge you. Yeah, they're fun to use and yeah, they're kind of cool, but they're just, I mean, when I was playing the tournament, I often had that encounter. People would unlock and run around in circles and then push me off the ledge as Warlord. It was a very reoccurring theme, and personally, I don't think that is what For Honor is all about, but that's just my opinion. I don't really know what they're adding. I know they're trying to improve the quality of life in the game. I'm glad that they've added this new target switch update, which I'll try and get some footage for it. But I guess time will tell. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.